The Devils, J-dawgs back. This video is to knock out the Devils answering on the video. Which one? Is Mortician doing a new album? So got it brought up on my phone. It's got a wimpy ass 23 comments, so this should be just a good, be able to knock them all out in one video, should be. I just skimmed them again and didn't look like there's anything too elaborate here, so I think I'll get to them all, but like only questions. If there's anything in here that's fucking not worth reading, I'm not going to. So the ones that did, here the fuck we go. And the first one is by none other than Cardiac Arrest. Comments on almost every fucking thing, and it's awesome to see. And actually, somebody replied to him, too. Oh, just somebody just kind of nothing eventful. But anyways, Cardiac Arrest says, I remember seeing Mortician in Chicago in 2004. Reanimated was out. I forgot who toured with them. It's funny, fucking, so was Reanimated Dead Flesh, that was 2004? I was thinking that was like '07 even, like, because that was the last album they did. And we're talking about gaps in between albums and like when was the last one? Yeah, fuck, that's going on. I mean, it's going on 20 fucking years now for Mortician. If it came out in '04, yeah, I guess that sounds like, I think for whatever reason I was thinking it was '07 or so, a little bit later. I knew it was a long ass time, but goddamn, yeah, so 18 years, 2 more years, it'll be fucking 20 years. I forgot who toured with them. I know I saw them on that tour too, for sure. 100%. I don't remember who. You know, other than the '99 just Chainsaw Dismemberment tour, Skinless opened for them. I can't really remember who opened for them at other shows for the most part. It was usually them headline. I know they also did a headlining one of the days at the Ohio Death Fest in 2000 2001. But other openers for times I've seen them, because I've seen them several times. I can never remember myself. Uh, I forgot to tour with them. Somewhat big venue and less than 50 people. Funny the difference a number of years makes. Laugh out loud. Yeah, the number of years are just not all the time as the years go by. So that was 18 years ago. And 18 years is like, let's say a band wasn't popular 18 years ago, and 18 years later doesn't mean they're going to be popular. Sometimes maybe you could get that false hope, like just wait it out and they'll come. I think it's just the trend jumpers. You know what I mean? Like I had this discussion with Reaper once or twice, and it's kind of like I've always thought it, even with business and like for advertisement and shit like that, is like who's going to be the most popular band, like, or how do you get a band bigger or blown up by like advertisement and shit like that. Of course, you got to get a name out there and advertise them and push a band, like as far as the labels point of view, or even or the band on their end playing shows and getting out there, because otherwise no one's going to hear you see there. But as far as who becomes popular and shit, my general rule of thumb is a lot of that crap doesn't matter at all. It's literally the scene as a whole will choose who they want. Not all the time do I agree with their choices. A lot of times, actually, I don't. But they choose who they want. For example, like I remember the band Ghost when they did their first album. Like immediately when it first came out, I never heard of them, and they blew up in popularity. Everybody was talking about. We got them in stock. They flew out the door. People were asking me about them and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, I saw those coming. Like the band didn't even do anything yet, and they're already fucking huge. That's the main example that comes to my top of my head. I mean, there wasn't like they were like touring out the ass. There wasn't like advertisements everywhere and shit. No, the scene chose them, and like that was that. And I have a ton of other smaller examples that are like way smaller than that, like underground acts that just did demos and shit like that. We get them, they fly out the door. I mean, look at this band. I keep referring to them, 200 Stab Wounds. Why are they so fucking popular? I mean, they didn't do anything over elaborate. It's like 90s style death metal. I don't know of them to do any extensive touring and shit, but definitely getting way popular. Got invited to do a tour with Soulfly, which, as we know, Soulfly fucking sucks shit. But as far as a business move, it's definitely going to be really good exposure for them on a business end. So I don't blame them for doing that. I can totally understand where they're coming from. Personally, I'd be wearing goddamn gun muffs at that show. But it's like, why did they get chosen? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because think about it, theoretically, they're advertised just as much as all the other bands on Maggot Stomp, but yet they're almost now the leader of the pack on the label, and having been around that long enough. And so it's like a lot of it's just kind of irrelevant what you do. Do the best you can, and the scene will choose you. And then wherever the trends are going that way, or 10 years from now, that's what it's going to be. And again, with Mortician, that's why I just thought it was so funny when they got all popular for no reason. And hell, they weren't even being advertised at the time, because when they got real popular, they were already gone and disbanded. I mean, I guess they were never technically gone, but not doing albums no more. Just doing shows here and there. So like, I mean, again, they never officially broken up, but you know what I mean? Like, gone in the sense of, I mean, 18 years for no fucking album, you know what I mean? And now that's when they're done doing albums. That's when people start caring. And not even like, it wasn't a year or two later. It was, I started noticing it being really popular. It seemed around like 2013, 14, somewhere around there. So years and years later. So yeah, again, just fucking trends and what people are, whatever. Bunch of shit I don't follow as far as trends. I just go by what I like and where at the time, and I'm usually a lifetime fucking supporter. From Life Eternal, I was surprised to hear that you didn't like any Gorgut stuff. Oh, that's not true. I didn't say that. I like the first album, Consider Dead. I like that album. I don't love it. I think it's a good '90s death metal album, but I mean, it's by no means do I think it's like one of the top 10 or anything of that era. I thought it was a good, solid death metal album. And then Erosion of Sanity is, for me, what I remember being too technical for me. I remember it being solid death metal, but too technical for my taste to where I just didn't like it. Anything after that, I didn't like whatsoever. The Coffin Shakers LP was on pre-order, still waiting on it and ordered it in September. You listen to much Finnish black metal, i.e., Horna, Sargeist, Behexen, etc. Those three bands in particular, I think are okay. But yeah, I like some Finnish black metal. Obviously, my most popular fucking viewed video, Satanic War Master. I like them. I like Goat Moon. I like Faustian Pack. I believe they're from fucking Finland as well. On the werewolf label. I think that's how you pronounce it too. Faustian Pack. I think I pronounced that right. Um, Band Azagal. I think they got some good. I don't like everything by them, but they're their early albums. They got some good albums. Drawing some blanks, but yeah, those are definitely some. They come right off the top of my head, so I definitely do like some Finnish black metal. Yeah. From Goat Moon, Inquisition is one of my favorite bands ever. Do you have any favorite Inquisition albums? Also, did you hear the new album? The reason why Mortician is popular now is because it's trendy to like them. Low effort, hardcore kid posers copy them endlessly. I mean, isn't it? I mean, isn't it low effort to like anyone? I mean, so I don't know if I don't know if that answers the question. I don't know if that explains the mystery. Like technically, it's low effort to listen to anything. As far as Inquisition, to be honest with you, I'm actually not a big Inquisition fan. I thought they're good live, but I don't know. It's something about especially the guy's vocals. It's just too like Kermit the Frog for me, and it's obviously it's reminiscent to Immortal, and to me, like I just prefer Immortal Abath's vocals. Um, yeah, I don't. By no means do I think it sucks. So I put it on, I'm just like, it's okay. It just doesn't do a whole lot for me. But when I saw them live, just whatever, I thought the songs just punched through way more. And I have not listened to the new album, but because to me it was background black metal. It's nothing I would pick on my own. But if somebody put it out of it, I wouldn't shut it off by any means or anything like that. And like I said, live I did enjoy them. I've seen them 2 or 3 times, 2 times for sure, and I enjoyed them that. So from Canyon Bickle, this has probably been asked before, and it's a little bit superficial, but what are some of your favorite album covers? I've been bringing these videos. I've been binging these videos since I found them, man. Keep this up. Sweet. Thanks, Barbara. Canyon, obviously, I know who you are. You've ordered from us many times, and I think you were doing shit with Reaper or sent him stuff too during the Hellcast times, but nonetheless, he definitely knows who you are. He's mentioned you several times. He's talked to you a lot or whatever. And I'm pretty sure you have a YouTube channel, if I'm not mistaken too, right? I can't say I've seen it because actually I don't really look for much metal shit on YouTube. I just don't because I just have no need to. Because any stuff that comes through, whatever people tell me or email me about, or comes to the shop, so I just never really had to watch too many videos. But anyways, what's the goddamn question? Or draw a blank. Sorry about that, man. Favorite album covers. I don't think that's a stupid question. It's kind of a cool question, I think. Right off the top of my head, I'm Cannibal Corpse 2 and Mutilated, Butchered at Birth, Eaten Back to Life. I've always loved those early covers. Uh, Repulsion Horrified, love that cover. Carcass Reek and Putrefaction, love that cover. Exhumed Gore Metal's always been one of my favorites. Impale, Dead Shall Dead Remain. Deicide, Serpents of Light. Looking around too, see what else I got on my wall and ones that I really like. There's something that's slipping my mind. I know. Oh, the Mortician covers. Love them. Hacked Up for Barbecue, House by the Cemetery, and Chainsaw Dismemberment. Those are probably my favorite Mortician covers. Those for sure. Wes Ben Scotter in general. I love that guy's fucking art, but I especially love the shit he did with Mortician. I think he did another piece. What's another band that he did? I know he's done like Deceased. He's worked with Incantation, other bands. I'm trying to think. I thought there was another band piece that I really liked. I know the Morticians are primarily my favorite. I really liked. I wasn't a big fan of the album, but I love the cover art. I liked a couple songs on it. But that first comeback album by Autopsy, the Macabre Eternal, I loved he did the cover art for that. I absolutely loved it. The album I didn't. I was like, you know what? I am bummed though because I did like a couple songs. I like that's much better than I thought. Shit Fun was from what I remember, borderline unlistenable. Axe the Unspeakable, I like one song. Mental Funeral, I think I like 2 songs because I'm Severed Survival and the demo guys. The rest, I thought most of that shit was boring as fuck. Just because it was too like for me, like when Summer Survival stuff came out, it was a death metal band, and then they kind of became like more of a. I didn't really consider them death metal. It was kind of more doom metal because it was so slow. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just to me, it was just too damn boring. But there's always on the, like I said, Accident Unspeakable and stuff. There was always one or two songs that I liked. And then when the Macabre Eternal came up, I thought it was a little bit more upbeat, and I thought it was pretty decent. But I think there was 3 or 4 songs I liked, and then the rest I thought was pretty boring. But I was a little bummed when the very first pressing that came out on blue vinyl. I wish I would have picked it up because it was. I love the cover art and the packaging was so nice, and the fact it was blue vinyl matching the cover. If any of you guys have an extra blue vinyl, you want to sell blue vinyl, I will buy one. I don't want to beat the fuck copy. I don't want an Athnar style copy. I want a fucking mint condition, no cum stains on it, nothing, no spaghetti fingers, no banged up cover, split seams, scratch vinyl. If anybody knows anyone that has one, for a reason, I'm not going to spend $200 or nothing because it's an album that I barely like, I guess you could say, but would like to own. Uh, I'm kicking myself because I remember when it first came out, we got a shitload in the shop, and I was thinking about picking it up. I was on the fence, and I never did. And then when the reissues came out, there's a black vinyl. I was like, I don't want no fucking stupid black vinyl unless I wanted the blue. So, yeah, those front covers are coming to my mind. Abhorrent Spawn 66. I asked Roger about a new Mortician album, and he said it's written. Just have to get together to practice and record the songs. But he said that's difficult because he lives in Vegas and Will lives in New York. Yeah, I can see that. But at the same time, I'm kind of like at this point, just like one of you guys just fly out and just spend a week and just crank it out. Especially if it's written, just get it recorded. That's what I would do. But I mean, none of my goddamn business. Maybe it's just not that important to them, or they're super busy in life. Who knows? But personally, yeah, it's been so long. So I'm like, oh man, we ain't got time. Let's just crank this the fuck out. That's what I would do. Let's get it done because it's been, like I said, 18 years. For Mushroom Leg, hey Jay, thank you for the videos. They are the bee's knees. I'm not sure. I think he's talking about some venue or something. Here's another Cleveland related question for you. What was the best album you ever found just digging for shit at the record exchange? I found a used splatter vinyl of Ethos Music by Exit 13 for $8. Best shot in the dark find ever. Record exchange, yeah, for anyone of you guys don't know, it's kind of a popular like store here in just Ohio in general. It's kind of like I don't think it's kind of, I think it is a franchise. There's several stores. It's a pretty cool store. They sell like, records, CDs, DVDs, video games, etc. It's been a while since I've been in one, but I have bought many things over the years from there. Just like sometimes if like Hell's didn't get the new Cannibal or something, or a new Deicide and it was out. I think maybe one year I bought one of the later Christians. Like we didn't get in time, so I just went up there and bought it like on the release date, shit like that. I can't say I've ever like he's saying searching through bins found anything like whoa holy shit I can't believe they have this that I bought. I definitely will say this, I flipped through the records and I seen stuff where I was like wow I'm shocked they have this, but it was something I already owned or something that maybe I wasn't a fan of, but I'm like oh wow they carry this, holy fuck. Like but obviously somebody came in with the use, like I'll give you an example, like the Setnex LP we did, that was one of Hell's earliest releases. I'll show out another fucking video. This video is already kind of dragging out. I want to get all the questions. But anyways, the Setnex LP we did, which was probably our third, fourth, fifth LP, somewhere around there. I saw that in their fucking bin. This is like 5 years ago or so. I'm like, what the fuck? So obviously someone bought it and they sold it. Because this is, yeah, even 5 years ago was like, I don't know, fucking 12 years later that it came out or whatever the hell it's been. So so it's not like that's not something like I personally, like you said, scored a good fucking score, but it's like I saw that and I'm like really shocked. But I think that would be a really cool find for someone like yourself. Like if you didn't own it, holy fuck, they have this. That would be one because I remember seeing that and I was definitely shocked. Layla Lover 90 would love some more. Would love me some more Mortician. Also, congrats on 1,000 views of the Korn and Homeboy Slipknot video. Thanks, bro. Sounds like such a fucking pathetic fucking milestone, huh? 1,000 views. Although I don't know you guys watching this, the Satanic War Master racism view that's got over 2,000. It's on its way to 3,000 views. Like, which I don't know why why it's such a popular topic. Like I legitimately don't understand why so many people want to watch it. But hey, fine by fucking me. Whatever you guys want to watch and people want to see, and the outsiders, the non-regular devils channel signing in and watching. By all fucking means, keep them coming. From 28 Nihilist, do you believe there should be some matching level of extremity as far as beliefs, mentality, or actions go with individual members of an extreme metal band? Not sure if I totally understand the question, but it's funny you say if it's kind of like what I'm thinking you might mean. I was actually thinking about doing a separate video on it. I'm talking about, which me and Reaper talked about once, kind of like death metal spirit or the death metal lifestyle or the code of death metal. As far as if you're into this, I think I'll save that for some. I think that's maybe what you're talking about, and I think I'll just do a separate video because it might take me 10, 12 minutes about it to talk about it, and who knows, maybe it could be a fucking one like clickbaity people want to see, and it's kind of like an answer one thing that what I personally believe is the death metal, the code of death metal, the code of black metal. If you listen to this shit, like kind of how you should be or what the type of person you should be in a sense. I'll leave it for that video, but I think that's what you're referring to, and I'll answer that in that video. But otherwise I don't understand the question. If you're not thinking the same shit I'm thinking, like for the Hellcast fans, when we talked about the death metal spirit, kind of elaborating on that. I think that's what he's asking, but I could be wrong. J. Dinkins, what kind of shelving unit do you use for your vinyl? I'm looking to get shelves for my records, but don't want to spend a fortune. Go watch one of the past videos, bro. What was it? How to store your vinyl or whatever. I went over it. It's these racks you see behind here, Walmart, fucking $10, and then I barricaded the sides with some fucking sturdy ass fucking cardboard years ago. Shelves are. I don't know if Walmart still carries them. I bought them about years and years ago. Nothing elaborate, but I talked about it in a previous video, like how to store your records and like what sleeves I use and shit did. You comment on everything, so you probably watched it, but yeah, just I got them from Walmart. Nothing. They're the size of a. Well, you can see how they're stored. Like it's just the size of a record, or just over, because there's about this much gap for the top left, which is perfect. I didn't want it exact size, and they're hard and sturdy, and they're super fucking cheap. And the nicest thing about it is they're easy to move when it's time to move. So that's what I use. So yeah, I have nothing elaborate by any fucking means. From Gray Area 51. Love the fucking videos, bro. No bullshit on this page. Anyway, just curious. Any thoughts on maybe reissuing some early Sadistic Intent releases? Would love to. I talked to one of the brothers. I forget which was a Rick or Bay. I forget which one I talked to on the phone several years ago, well over 10 years ago. And basically, even for their new album that is yet to come out to this day, by the way, it's funny because there's a bootleg recording out there. I forget which bootleg LP. I think it's the City of Devils or whatever. And he's like, and I think it's live. It's either Live 2000 or Live 2001. And he says on there, this is going to be the title track of our next album coming out on Necropolis Records this summer. And that's literally over 20 years ago. And they've yet to do a full length album yet. Anyways, long story short, he on the phone, the story he told me is like, yeah, we recorded it and we lost the tapes and it needs to be we don't have the reels no more. Basically, long story short, he doesn't have fucking audio no more. I'm just like, okay, well then just go re-record it. I mean, it's literally over fucking 20 years. Just record. I mean, they've never put out a think about it. They've been around since the 80s. I mean, the Conflict Within demo is what 89. They've never done a full length album to this date. And I'm not going to say the number, but I offered them a pretty generous fucking amount of money for Hells to put out the album, the studio album. Yeah, we'll think about it or whatever. It's like, well, that's why nothing's happened to this date, man. That was over 10 years ago because you're still fucking thinking. Like fucking Paul Bailoff says, Matt, what is it? Talk minus action equals nothing. So would love to, but just kind of like Sadistic Intent is literally one of my favorite bands, so I would love to work with them. I'm not mad at them, I'm not talking shit about the guys. I'm just telling you a story about how just the truth of how it went down. And it's just kind of like I don't know. It's no mystery as to why nothing's coming out. Just because with that mentality, like well, we're looking for tapes. Dude, it's been 20 years. Like, what are you talking about? You're looking. After 6 months, I would have given up and like, okay, this sucks. We got to bite the bullet, re-record it. We got fucked. Whether it was stolen, destroyed in a fire, whatever the fucking case was, doesn't matter. Just go re-record it. So yeah, I don't foresee that happening because I don't know. I mean, I don't know what their reason because even as far as reissues and shit like that, like I think they kind of like any of the stuff they do, but it seems like that they have a tight bond with Iron Pegasus Costa over there. So maybe that's it because the last thing that came out wasn't that the Malignant Spirits 12-inch LP, which I thought was fucking great. He did that, and then he did the Ancient Black Earth CD with with all the shit on there. Was it Ancient Black Earth? Was Resurrection on there as well? The Annihilation disc. And then obviously he's done like the Morbid Fate 7-inch. So he seemed that he'd done the most stuff. So it seems like they want to stick with him. But which is fine, I understand. But it's just even that it's bare bones of what's coming out. So I don't know. To me, it just doesn't make any sense. Like fucking like why aren't you guys doing anything more? But at the same time, I kind of like it because I can honestly say everything they've done, I like extreme like a fuck ton. So at least it wasn't a band that put out the catalog isn't junked up at all. But it's like fuck, I would like to at least see one full length come out, man. But I guess I prefer that over than shit coming in the catalog. Let's see here. Questions. From RJCJ Rock, just kind of put, hey, J-dawg, this is a really short question, but have you heard the Saxon album, Unleash the Beast? I may have. Honestly, I'm not a big Saxon guy, so to me, it was just kind of like, by the time I heard them, it was much, much later. And I'm not like, it's kind of like, to me, that's like just classic rock slash, old school heavy metal, which is not, I like some of that stuff, but I'm not a huge, like even like Priest and Maiden, which I do like and I own records. It's not something I listen to regularly at all. I mean, matter of fact, I actually did listen to Iron Maiden Killers probably got a couple months ago, but that was probably the first time I listened to Maiden in 5 years at least. The last time I listened to Priest, and I own all the Priest albums I like. I own on least CD, and I think I own a couple vinyls. Last time I listened to Priest was probably 7, 8 years ago. But I do like it. It's just not my. I don't know. It's just not really. It's just not my forte of what I want to listen to. Like if I hear well, if I have like Judas Priest or Hemorrhage. Like to me, it's just no brainer. I'll go with Hemorrhage. Like I kind of just like I don't know. My dad listens to Judas Priest. I've heard this a million times. You could like literally turn on the TV and they're fucking another thing coming's playing in the fucking football stadium. You know what I mean on Super Bowl Sunday or whatever fucking bullshit people watch. It's in commercials. You're driving down the street on a summer day and somebody's windows down and you hear fucking Iron Maiden Number of the Beast. It's just everywhere. And it's just kind of like this isn't. Again, I like that, and it's legendary what it's did. It's just I'm just not that interested. It was never. Yeah, I don't know. I just rather listen to Exhumed Gore Metal. You know what I mean? So, thrash me thrash. Cheers for the shout out, brah. I have a question. Will you be reissuing Master's Hammer discography? Hope you will answer. I highly doubt it. No plans to. Don't even think we have a contact to. And Master's Hammer stuff's been coming out. Who was it? Has it been by Osmos, I want to say? Don't quote me on that, but Osmos, maybe Agonia. Whoever it is, it seems like that they have a label that they're already established with because we've got a couple things in the shop, and I know they're on the same label, so more than likely they're just going to stick to that if anything happens. And very last question, Benny McDonald. So your T-shirt tip is get a wife. Uh, yeah, as long as she does the right job, I guess. Could do that, or just get tips from your mom or a former, somebody else's wife or another girl that knows how to wash clothes or whatever. But yeah, that's who washes my shirts. So that's how that's how they're done. So I'm not really sure what she does. Like I said, I think turns them inside out, uses cold water, and definitely hangs them up. I'm pretty sure that's the process, but like I said, I haven't done the laundry. And when I washed my shirts before I was married, because I have done the laundry before in my life, but it's been so goddamn long. I don't even remember what the fuck I did. I'm 90% sure I didn't put them in the dryer, but yeah, it's literally been so long since I washed clothes, I can't even remember, how the fuck I did it. So yeah, you have to ask somebody that other J-dawg can't be too helpful there. But yeah, guys, that's all the comments, questions on the is Mortician doing a new album, the video. Just got those knocked out. Got a few more videos that are already posted at this time that I'll go through those too. Do the same goddamn thing. Give you the shout out, answer your question in there. So if you want your fucking question answered, you can ask me anything the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. Ask anything. I mean, if it's something completely fucking stupid, like, hey, J-dawg, would you rather eat a shit sandwich or fucking drink a fucking a piss beverage? I mean, questions like that are just fucking neither. Why would I want to do that? Like, so, but if it's a legitimate question that you actually really want answered or that you have thought of anything of it, metal related, non-metal related, working out related, whatever, life related, go ahead and ask it. I'll give you the shout out and I'll fucking answer them right here on goddamn video for you. So put them in the fucking comments and you'll get answered. And that's it, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.